everyone, welcome to the Oasis Healing Temple. For today's reading, we're going to take a look at some divine timing messages. Maybe there's been something that you've been working on, perhaps there is a manifestation you've been focusing on, or you just have some questions about your life in general. This is going to reveal the path that you're on and give you some confirmation about things working out for you. So use your intuition to choose from these three piles that we have today. For pile number 1, we have the shadow, and that is with the Rhodonite crystal. For pile number 2, we have the riddle with Chalcopyrite. I think that's how you say that. And for pile number 3, we have the self with the Sodalite crystal. So use your intuition. Get some sage. To which pile or piles are speaking to you the most? If there's something that you weren't even sure that you had a question about, go ahead and hold that intention in your heart and in your mind now, and use your intuition to guide you into which pile is going to offer you the answer to that question. These are collective readings, so not every message is going to resonate with you, just because they're meant for somebody else. So take what applies and leave the rest, okay? All right, the timestamps are going to be located in the description box below, and I'll see you all at your readings. Welcome, pile number 1. So you guys were drawn to, the shadow card with the Rhodonite crystal. These are going to be your divine timing messages. We're going to take a look at what is working out for you or is soon to be in your favor. So the shadow, something about something's coming to light. This could be something that involves your heart. The Rhodonite crystal helps us to ease a broken heart. So if there's something that may have hurt you that you've been working on, some kind of shadow work, shadow healing of the heart chakra here. I see that's what's coming through. There's something that you're healing from. You're starting to shift out of the pain, I feel like, and seeing something from a different perspective. Let me see what else we have. We have the River Queen. Okay. Flow, letting go, natural movement. Yeah. There's some healing taking place here. We have card number 36 and 9. The end of a cycle, the end of a relationship, I'm feeling. Being able to finally release and let go of what's not serving you, letting go of the pain, letting go of the things that didn't work out. I feel like you're starting to see the light again. Perhaps even understanding why things didn't work out. And you know, sometimes when we're going through painful situations like that, it's hard to see the other side of the situation from a loving place, or a place of understanding why things are the way they are and why things happen the way they happen, and trying to find understanding and resolution. It can be very hard, especially when it's coming from a place of, love. All right, let's see what else. We have the Spiral Dancer. Circuitous Root, Perception. All right, so yeah, I feel like perhaps it's been a pattern, something that has been with you for a while. Maybe you've been back and forth on whether you wanted to continue the relationship or end the relationship. And I feel like now you've come to that place of healing, because we have a lot of pink here. And I feel like you've shifted your perspective, and you're seeing and understanding why things happen the way that they happened. And you could be learning to love yourself in a whole new way, and understanding that you deserve something better, and that there's something better in store for you along the way. And you have number 5, which is about change, a new experience, movement, forward movement. Alright, you guys, it's starting to rain pretty good here, so if y'all can hear that, I do apologize for any of the noise interference that you may hear. So yeah, we have number 5 coming through here, new experiences, movement, transformation. We have this spiral that's showing up where, which symbolizes evolution, you know, a new path, new beginning, evolving, shift of the perspective here. So there is some forward movement in this healing journey. Let's go ahead and take some tarot real quick. Pile number 1, please. Can we have some information about this breakthrough here? What do we have? We have strength. Nice. Okay, number 11, awakening. You're becoming stronger, you're having more courage to move forward. We have compassion and perseverance. You're learning to love yourself more, to take care of yourself more. How to set healthy boundaries. What do we have? 9 of Earth. Yes, nice. Learning to be independent. Appreciating yourself more. Having more self-worth, self-value, understanding where things are really working in your favor. The fact that whatever this was, whatever this relationship is that you're moving out of, that you're healing from. You know, we have this rainbow. You're at the end of the process here. But you're gonna find contentment in letting this go. A lot of growth. This card here. Alright, we have 2. Oh, we have the 10 of Water. Family, love, and blessings. And we have the 2 of Water. Ooh. Well, that's lovely. So, with the 2, this is the 2 of Cups here. So there's new relationships. There can be healing of some partnership. So this may be something that, this could be somebody new coming back in, or somebody returning, a healing of the relationship. Perhaps there are, you know, take what applies for you all, but there may be reconciliation here because you're willing to let something go, but you're also standing in your power and your strength and setting those healthy boundaries for yourself. So you may have been on a self-love journey where you have been overcoming something of the past that made you feel like you deserved less than your worth. And when we're doing shadow work and shadow healing, we go within and find the root core of that belief system, and we grieve it, we process it, we understand where it originated, where it came from, and there's a process of, you know, grieving and shifting the belief system into this is who I am and this is what I deserve. And at the time when I was younger, through this experience, this is what I believed about myself, and this was my programming, this is what I was taught. But now I have the courage and I have the strength and I know my worth and my value, and I'm setting that standards for myself. And so now I can, through that new standard, you're going to be attracting healthier partnerships, a soulmate that's going to be more committed to you, that's going to bring in this happy family. So some of you may be coming into new relationship, new partnership with somebody new, and through the past letting go of what didn't work out, this new relationship is going to be stronger, more loving, it's going to be more blessed. I definitely see that in the cards for you here. We have the Feather coming out. Somebody you know is undependable and insincere. I feel like this is with the feather, my association with feathers are the divinity, the divine. So divinely led, part of your journey here. We have the turkey. Let me see. Older man. Dealings with a older man. So this, yeah, this person here, the reason it didn't work out, you know, is they're very insincere. They're, with the turkey, we have someone behaving stupidly, you know. They're undependable, and that's why you're saying no. That's why you're choosing yourself, why you're moving away, because they're not mature. They're not very dependable. They're not somebody that you can invest your time and energy into. They may be somebody who, you know, tells you all the things that you want to hear, but their actions don't back it up. You know, they're pretty, they just are manipulative. And I feel like you see that now. We have divine nature, your love and wisdom help you overcome your limitations and reach a higher level. Nice. We have the mushroom, hidden wonder. Beauty often arises from surprising places, so find the hidden wonders in your life. Through this experience, I feel like you now have a lot of wisdom that you've gained through being in a relationship with somebody like that. And you now know how to observe people's actions and discern when somebody's being manipulative and not honest and straightforward and sincere because of this past relationship. And it may not be, you know, you may not be reconciling this relationship. It may be that you've come to a place where you can forgive yourself for choosing less than your worth, because at the time, you know, love is what was guiding you, but it was out of your love for them, the potential that you saw in them. But they weren't living from that potential. They're actually living from their own wounds and their own unconsciousness, and not really meeting you at the level that you deserve, you know, and that's because you didn't know your level of worth. But through this experience, you now know what you want, you know your value, and you're setting that boundary for yourself so that you can attract somebody who meets you there, who matches that higher vibration of love. Jaguar spirit choices, glean wisdom from the past and fearlessly follow the path that resonates your soul. All right, here's confirmation. You're the one who can make the choice. You choose who's worthy of you. You choose who you want to, you know, it's like putting yourself on a throne, okay, and allowing a suitor to come in, you know, and deciding who is going to take your hand, who is somebody that is worth your heart now, because you're learning to protect your heart and to have the courage to say no when somebody isn't meeting you at the level that you know you're worth now. You're more confident in yourself. We have stop. We have love. We have hunger. Okay. Let me make sure that these are going to show up. All right, so with these cards here, I feel like stop searching for love outside of yourself, okay? Stop chasing it. You need to put yourself on that throne and allow the right person to be drawn to you by pouring into your own cup, by setting yourself on that pedestal, on that throne, loving yourself, pouring into your own heart the love that you deserve, you know, and saying positive affirmations and shifting your belief system about who you are as a person, and speaking kindly to yourself, not criticizing yourself or shaming yourself, giving yourself that love that you're searching for. So like when you don't feel good for a day, or you're tired, you're exhausted. You know, how do you treat yourself when you're in a space of low energy? You know, do you guilt yourself and say, oh, you're lazy, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that? Or are you speaking to yourself kindly, the way that you would want your partner to tell you, oh, well, you probably should take a nap. Why don't you go lay down? Why don't you rest? Why don't you go take a hot bath, soak your feet, do something like that to take care of yourself, you know? Pay attention to the ways that you speak to yourself. If you're sad about something, do you allow yourself to, your emotions to flow? Or do you, you know, what is that voice saying? Oh, you don't need to be crying about this, you know, that's a waste of time, or you're weak. Or do you say, you know, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to mourn this experience or to be upset about this. Just allow yourself to grieve and cry, and you'll feel better once you've released it. You know, pay attention to how you treat yourself, because that is also helping you learn how to set that standard, that value of love that you're wanting to attract in a partner. By you learning to be that partner for yourself and treating yourself the way you want a partner to treat you, this is what creates that magnetism, where somebody who matches that particular type of love that you're giving yourself, they're going to be drawn to you. You're going to attract that mate who loves you the way that you love you. So work on practicing that self-love, loving yourself, speaking to yourself with kind words when you feel unconfident about something or insecure about something. Do you boost yourself up? Do you give yourself confidence? How do you speak to yourself? You know, pay attention to that, because those are going to be your signs that shows you where your vibration is in your relationship and the type of partner that you're wanting to attract and that you are attracting. We have follow the signs. Pay attention to the signs around you. They carry important messages. Okay, so again, pay attention, like I was saying, to the way that you nurture your own emotions, all right, how you feel, because this is what's going to attract a partner and the relationship that the type of relationship you're looking for. We have deep reflection. Through deep reflection, profound intuitive insights emerge. Spending some time alone in contemplation is also going to help you, you know, where you're not so focused on the fear of being alone, because the fear, there's something that you need to address with the fear. And here's the thing, I would rather be alone, and this is me, I'd rather be alone because I know I'm not ultimately alone. I am connected to all and everything and everyone, because we all are. But it gives you that time to know yourself on a deeper level, to know your needs, to know your wants, to know where maybe you need to love yourself more. So spending time in nature, or just meditating, spend some time journaling your thoughts and what you really want from a relationship and a partner, and start learning to give that to yourself. And we have emotional clarity. I love it. Emotional clarity sharpens your intuition. A lot of people don't even know what they need, you know, from a partner, from a relationship, until they don't have those needs being met. And when we can spend more time getting to know ourselves and our needs more, then we can communicate them more easily to our partner, to say, hey, when I'm experiencing this in my life, I really need you to just give me a hug and tell me everything's going to be okay, you know, and this is how if I'm crying, don't, you know, try to suppress me from crying, you know, just allow me to grieve, allow me to do this. Or in the morning when we wake up, you know what I mean, I want you to, you know, give me a hug and a kiss before we go to work each day, you know, because I want us to connect first thing in the morning. Whatever it is, you know, but getting to know your own emotional needs first, and knowing, you know, your triggers, knowing your fears, and comforting them, understanding them and processing them, where they come from. Getting to know yourself on a deeper level will also help you to be more emotionally mature, so that you aren't reactive, and that you're not attracting a partner who is unfortunately matching your emotional vibration. So the more that you can love yourself and encourage yourself and become the love that you're looking for in the world, and you start creating it in your inner world, your outer world will start to match that vibration, that love, that growth, that healing, and you will start to attract a partner who pours into you the way that you pour into you, okay? All right, pile number 1. These were your breakthrough messages. I hope this reading helps you all in some way. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. Let me know that this was your reading. And yeah, I'd love to have you back for future readings. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 2. So y'all were drawn to the Riddle card with the Chalcopyrite crystal. Just going to let y'all know it has been raining today, so there may be a little background noise. I apologize now for the sound interference. We're just going to push through. So with the Riddle and the Chalcopyrite crystal, this is a stone of abundance and prosperity, new beginnings. It's also really good for spiritual transformation. It can remove any blockages that you may have in the upper chakras, you know, your throat, your third eye, your crown chakra. It is also good for grounding that higher vibrational energy. So if you're wanting to ground in abundance, this is a great crystal to work for. It is also really good to help you if you're feeling stuck, you know, and to help you to find purpose in things and to be a little bit more confident. And I think it's quite interesting that it came out with the Riddle, because the Riddle represents maybe trying to solve a mystery, trying to force something, and just being stuck in a pattern, in a loop. Maybe you're not going anywhere, and your concern is about when are you going to have that breakthrough moment? When is things going to work out? When is there going to be, you know, something moving forward for you? And you actually got 2 cards that came through for you, and you have the womb. So I feel like for you, the question that you may be asking about the when am I going to move forward? When am I going to overcome this situation? And so far what I'm seeing is that you're being asked to pull back and not to force things to move forward before they're ready. Something about divine timing right now. You're not in the moment of forward movement. You're being asked to go within, to contemplate perhaps the reason why you're wanting this. Maybe there's something that you haven't looked at deep enough, something you may not be seeing, something you're not aware of. There could be even a belief system, maybe a fear that needs to be shifted. And when we speak about the womb, you know, this is the womb of potential, potential growth. It's a time of nurturing the seed, nurturing the emotion, the feeling about whatever it is that you're wanting to grow and move on from. And we have this gold. It kind of reminds me of the Chalcopyrite, right? So there is some nurturing that needs to take place, perhaps about this this manifestation, or this growth, this forward movement. There's some things that are taking place behind the scene that you may not be aware of yet. It's kind of hidden, it's internal, it's within, it's gathering momentum, gathering resources, and now is not a time to push anything yet, okay? All right, let's put y'all side by side up here. That should be good. Okay, we're gonna get your first 2 oracle cards. We have the Desert Prince with survival, false promises. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you're like, when is this going to end? When am I gonna step out of this loop, this cycle, this pattern, this programming? Perhaps you feel a bit drained, you're exhausted, you're just over it, which is why you're like questioning, when is this going to happen? When am I going to have this breakthrough moment? I've been battling, I've been pushing forward, I've been pushing through, and the message that's coming through is stop, you know, to stop forcing things to change and to shift and to grow before they're ready. And see the womb as the soil, right? At the moment that I'm recording these, it's winter time, and during the winter is when we're working on the roots. We're preparing the soil. We are nurturing seeds, putting those seeds in the soil and nurturing that soil, nurturing those seeds. And our seeds are our manifestations. They're our beliefs. They are who we are. It's also our physical body. And the more that we can nurture them by feeling the manifestation, feeling into already having that manifestation, right? So like, think of this, when you're planting, like, let's say a tomato plant, that seed already has a blueprint of what it is and of what it's going to grow into, right? And so as a gardener, when you're planting your seed, you know this is going to turn into a tomato bush, and you nurture it with water, with sunlight, with proper temperature, right? You grow it during the certain time of the year where that seed is going to grow, because you know it needs that heat. It needs enough moisture so that it can break out of that shell, and it needs enough of your, your attention. So if whatever this manifestation is, and I feel like it could have to do with finances, since we have, this gold, and this represents abundance and prosperity, you have to feel and live every day in the feeling of abundance, and feeling abundant, and knowing that you are abundant, and nurturing that feeling of being abundant, and staying in that place of receiving mode, not pushing forward, because this puts us in a masculine energy of growth and forward, and it's not there yet. Like the light's not there for it to grow. It just needs the water, and needs you to nurture it more before it can sprout. So I feel like it's still in the seed phase. It's still in the womb growing, and it's not ready to bloom yet. So take a step back right now, pull back. We'll see if there's any more information coming in about when you can expect to be moving forward. But right now, the information that's coming through with these cards here is to take care of yourself, to take care of this manifestation, this wish, this desire here. And you have number 19, which is a 10, and that's a number of completion. So the ending of and the beginning as well. Something reaching that full. I feel like you're at your limit is what I'm feeling a little bit, because we have this. You're just feeling like you're just barely surviving. And there's a message about flow here. We have the Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, and withholding. Nice. Okay. So, confirmation here about receiving and being gentle with yourself, and being generous in this manifestation of taking care of the seed, taking care of the body, taking care of the, nurturing yourself, feelings, and engrossing yourself in the feeling, and surrounding yourself in the feeling of abundance, and having, and already good enough, and worthy and deserving of having this, because those are all the feelings that you need to nurture and foster to grow that seed of abundance, right? Because if we're focused on not having, and scarcity, and I've been doing all this work, but I'm not seeing any results yet, and that's because there's a little bit of fear. There's an old pattern of scarcity, or an old pattern that you're not worthy and deserving of receiving this. And that's why going into the roots, into the womb, and finding the source of the fear, finding the source of maybe, where did lack mentality come from, and how long has it been with you? Is this something that's generational? Has it been a part of your family lineage for many lifetimes? Because there's always been a struggle. And where did that programming come from? Where did that belief system come from? And looking around and observing, because sometimes it can feel very daunting sometimes when you see some people, it just looks like it's easy for them, and so hard for you, and maybe they're not as driven as you are to work hard and to prove yourself. And that right there is a sign that shows that there's a need to prove yourself worthy, all right? And that comes from feeling unworthy and undeserving. And that's a root that needs your nurturing, that needs your attention, that needs your love, so that you can remind yourself that you are worthy, that you are deserving. You don't have to prove anything. You were born worthy and deserving of abundance, of love, of prosperity and happiness and an easier life. You are born worthy of that. We just have certain belief systems that make us, unfortunately, that can be passed down generationally. Our parents, if they've had a hard life, then they pass on their beliefs and their struggles onto us, and we see life through their eyes. And so we end up taking on their belief system and making it our own, and we end up almost mirroring the same type of lifestyle that they have based off of their beliefs. And it really is about going within to the source, to the root of your belief system that makes you feel like you don't deserve it, and that you're not worthy, and that you have to prove something to be worthy. Okay, let's give you a couple tarot real quick. Pile number 2. You see these two? Pile number 2, please. Messages about their breakthrough. Let's get more. We have the Page of Water. Okay, good. This is going to be something new for you with the Page of Water. It's about learning how to tend to your emotional body, how to be a little more sensitive and nurturing to your fears, to your doubts, to yourself even. So, because there may have been a time in your childhood where there were moments where you didn't feel safe, you didn't feel secure. Maybe your parents, maybe observing what they were going through in their life and their struggles, it may have imprinted on you to carry that same amount of worry. And unknowingly, you picked up that same type of energy and worry, and now that version of you needs your love, needs your reassurance that everything's going to be okay, that you are worthy, needs your comfort, But there is something coming in for you, though, with the Page of Water. This is the pages always trip me up because they are about learning something new, learning about yourself, something with your emotional body, and how to take care of it. Having a stronger connection to your deeper feelings here, and where this originated, where it comes from. But be a little gentle with yourself right now, even in times where it seems to be scary. You may have dreams or something, revelations that come to you in your dream time, messages in your dreams that will help guide you moving forward. Let's see what else we have. The Three of Earth. Talent, recognition, collaboration. We have another page, and the Queen of Fire, intelligence. Okay, so something about, so maybe you have been starting something new that involves you using your gifts, your talents, and you've been wondering, when is this going to pay off? I've been investing all my time and my effort, my creativity into creating this business, or to, whatever it is that you've been building on. And, when it comes from your heart, I feel like this is probably what you've been worrying about. When am I going to have my breakthrough moment in my business? I am very determined. There's something with message coming through for you. You're going to be receiving some guidance, a message that's going to help remind you, that everything is going to work out, to hold your focus. Focus on your passion, to be more compassionate with yourself and your feelings. Don't rush ahead. Take your time. Let's see what else. We have a knot. Okay. We have the ram. You have the vase. All right. So somebody's going to come in. You know, I feel like this is there's a stubborn thing. Something's not moving. There's a blockage somewhere. You know, like I was saying, again, we have this knot. There's something that's preventing everything from moving forward. And I feel like the ram is you. You're just trying to force something, force this to happen, force the abundance or force the success before the time is ready. And I feel like there's a time for everything, and you're being asked to allow divine timing to occur, to focus on nurturing yourself, nurturing your gifts, nurturing your heart, your body, and allow divine timing to unfold, because there is money coming towards you. You have abundance here. Somebody's going to be admiring your work. They're going to be coming through and messaging you. They're going to reach out to you and say, hey, I see what you've been doing. Really, they're recognizing your talents, your gifts, and they're going to be reaching out to you. I feel like this is somebody who's been watching you. They've been observing you, and they're going to contact you and say, hey, we want to offer you a contract. We want to offer you a job. We see what you've been working on. And you're going to be, it's going to make you feel acknowledged. Everything is going to work out, which is amazing. We have the hummingbird spirit with happiness as you buzz through life. Remember to enjoy the good times and live your joy. Ooh, I love that came out for you. Enchanted, it's time to connect with your inner child and find joy in the simplest moments of life, okay? So remember to find joy in the smallest of times, okay? And take now at the moments where things may not be very busy to enjoy the process, to enjoy the experience, to look back over your life and see how far you've come and integrate all the lessons you've learned, you know, and address any fears that you may have about not being good enough or not being worthy or not being seen, or insecurities that your talents, your gifts aren't being recognized, and perhaps they don't, you know, hold weight, as much weight as you would like them to, or that you're not being seen, because there may be a little bit of old programming, old patterns that need your love and your attention, so that when the time's right, when this offer comes through, you are standing in your power, and that you are more wise. Nobody's going to take advantage of you, because you know your worth and your value, and you know that you have this quality, you know, about yourself and your craft. We have aspirations. Let go of your worries and soar to new heights, harnessing the boundless power of your will. I love it. Let go of any worries and fears that you may have, okay? Let's put that one over here. Yeah, you're going to be, your gifts, everything's going to work out for you. You just have to trust, and you have to allow that divine timing to take place, which is one of the hardest things to hear, right? Oh yeah, everything's going to work out. Everything's going to happen according to divine timing. But it really does. And you'll be so happy when things do start moving forward for you. And you'll be so grateful and so proud of yourself that you had the courage, and that you had the determination, and you had the bravery, the willpower to let go and trust and surrender, and just, you know, let God happen. Let everything work out for you without you trying to force it. Force your hand, force your willpower on divine power, right? Allow the divine to work out in your favor. What do we have? We have ideation, some kind of idea that you have. a new idea, new inspiration is going to come in for you. Yeah, there's the fear. To let go of it. So you may have an aha moment. You know, you may have something from childhood that comes up, or a memory, or something that triggers that. Oh my goodness, I remember the source of this fear and where it originated from. It came from this moment in my life when, you know, X, Y, and Z happened. And I held on to it for so long. And you can now let it go. You can say, now I know why I believe that, and now I know where the source of this comes from, and I can let it go now because that's not my belief now. And then you can nurture that seed, your new belief, so that you can grow from that space. And then once you do that, there comes the money. You have the caution. Yeah, this is going to show you why there has been this holdback. We'll leave you here. Yeah, and perhaps you've been resisting this, you know, resisting those feelings, resisting those memories, you know, and it could be the source of those feelings, you know. All right, I got a few more for you guys. We have emotional clarity. Yes, this is going to bring emotional clarity and understanding, to help you know more about yourself, to empower yourself so that when this abundance comes in, when this offer comes through, you know your worth and your value because of all the hard work you've put into it, you know, and into yourself. We have soul connection. Connect deeply with your soul and discover your true self. Nice. And we have sacred space. Create a sacred space to allow your intuition to freely flow. So you're being asked to, while you're being asked to pull back your energy and not force things to move forward, connect to your inner self, get to know yourself on a deeper level, so that there's a sense of peace within your own heart, within your own mind, so that you can trust and go with the flow and allow things to work out for your highest good, and trust that things are working out for your highest good. Have a stronger, healthier connection with yourself. So those fearful thoughts, when they do come up, you can nurture them, understand where they originated from, the source of that fear, comfort it, give it your new seed, your new intention, your new belief system, and nurture that belief system. So anytime you have that fearful thought come up, you can say, thank you for reminding me, and I know that was hard. I understand, you know, your fear about that, because that was this point in time and that's what I went through, and I'm going to validate that, and then I'm going to tell you it's okay and allow you to have your emotions and your feelings and to move through them. And now I'm going to give you this confidence. I'm going to show you that we can do this, and pump ourselves up. Give yourself that confidence and the self-assurance that you need, that everything's going to work out for your highest good, okay? And that this abundance is coming towards you. It's all in divine timing, okay? All right, you guys, those are your messages for today. I hope this reading helps you in some way. Please comment below if you feel like sharing your story on how this reading resonated with you. Thank you all for being here in the temple with me today. I'm sending y'all so much love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome to your reading pile number 3. So y'all were drawn to the Self card. These are going to be your divine timing messages, your breakthrough moment. When can you start to see things moving forward? And you guys did have 2 cards come out, as well as pile number 2. And your cards were the Self and the Kiss, which I absolutely love that these came out together. So for you, I feel like there's this, and see, we have this golden center here, almost like it's breaking out, bursting through. And we have the Sodalite crystal, and this is the crystal of truth. So I feel like your true self is going to be bursting forth here real soon. That's what's breaking through, this divine timing. And we have the Kiss, you know, and this usually represents when an eclipse occurs, where the sun and the moon are together. So there may be something that's coming through for you during the eclipse season. You may have this breakthrough moment where your truth self is bursting forth. Or maybe you're activating some kind of golden timeline even. Woohoo! I mean, that's beautiful. That's awesome. This one's very, very different reading than the first two. Because something coming together, something that has been divinely orchestrated here, because this is bringing in the heavens. And the self, your divine self, your, you know, your truth, your true self. This is also the divine masculine and divine feminine coming into balance and harmony and working together, which is great because this is where they connect, is in the heart space, the higher self. Ooh, some of you are establishing a stronger connection with your higher self, your true self. That's awesome. That's beautiful. All right, let's see what else wants to come through. Oh my God, look at that. We have the sacred union, partnership, romance. Oh my goodness, my heart. And what else do we have? We have the Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, and withholding. Woo! Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for this pile. I truly feel a connection to this one myself. I feel like this one is also my reading. So we have number 9, completion, fulfillment, closing of a chapter. We have partnership, you know, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, the higher self, and the physical self, you know, the human self coming into harmony and balance. The Lady of the Gift, you know. Look at that. It's a wish coming true here. And look at all these, there's like these crystals down at the bottom, crystallization, coming into physical form. Partnership, harmony, number 2 here. We have a card number 2. Harmony, partnership, the balance, compromise, love, you know, also duality, but it's coming into union. So it's like 5D earth, you know, where there isn't the masculine and feminine. They're harmonizing, they're becoming one. Oh, I'm so happy. It makes me very emotional. We have the wall, misunderstanding. Well, usually I wanted to do your tarot, but I guess these are coming down. Which is why I just said coming down, but these are coming out. The walls are coming down. The bridge, you know, the division, what separates masculine from feminine is being removed. You're seeing how they work hand in hand, and you can't have one without the other. Therefore, they are one. You know, all the things that we have been through that has been, you know, hidden, that's been in the darkness, that has been our pain, our struggle. If it wasn't for those experiences, we wouldn't understand, you know, the beauty, the gifts, the love. If we never experienced not having love, you know, if we didn't go through the pain and the struggle of the, you know, the growing pains, we wouldn't appreciate the gifts and the rewards on the opposite end. Therefore, they work together, and they are essentially for love and about love. Everything is the divine. We have the fire, strong emotions, passionate love or heat. Yeah, this is the transformation, the burning down of the wall. And look, we have the heart, love, deep affection, and caring. This is the transformation, the alchemical transformation here. The separation, the divide is no longer going to exist, and it's going to be whole and complete unto yourself here. Look at all these flowers blooming. I love this. I love this so much. Okay. I guess we're going to set you guys here for now. The wall, the things that divide, the things that separate are no longer going to be. There's this beautiful harmony coming in for you. Oh yeah, let's do the tarot. Oops, I just bumped my microphone. Make sure everybody's still on camera, because sometimes these things just love to be crooked on me. Alright, they look good. Pile number 3. Their divine timing. What's coming in. Their breakthrough moment. Oh my goodness. The goats are coming through. I apologize if y'all hear any of that background noise. It's also raining today, so please excuse any sound interference. We have the Knight of Air. Determination, motivation. We have the 8 of Air. Ooh, you have 5 cards come through. Charity, generosity, and windfall. Yeah, there may have been some doubt, right? You may have had to shift perspectives, clear confusions. We have the 7 of Earth. I feel like, yeah, you've been working hard to free yourself from this doubt. And then you have the 9 of Earth. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at all this grounding of abundance, independence, of all the hard work that you've put in. I feel like you have overcome this. You have been determined to free yourself from doubt, to free yourself from the belief systems or the mental programmings that have been you know, part of your story. I feel like you have been working on changing that, and because of the work and the time that you put in and the patience that you put in and nurturing yourself and growing your manifestations, or using your willpower to assess these beliefs and where they originated from, and you freed yourself from those illusions, from those patterns, from those, you know, doubts that you may have had, the things that have been holding you back or keeping you from seeing your divine self, right? And that the divine is in everything and in everyone. And now, because of the hard work you've done, you found that place of peace within. And there's going to be, with the 6 of Earth, you're going to be being blessed. You're blessed with this opportunity to help others. This is a windfall coming in, and you know, 6 of Earth is giving and receiving in balance, you know, and something being offered to you that can be then something that you pass on to others. So it's like the wisdom that you've gained from your experience is something that you can share with others. Your vibration is something that you'll be sharing with others. Just what you embody, your truth, the love that you have for yourself, is something that is, you know, an offering, a blessing that you can gift to, you know, everyone else that you encounter. And here you are, the 9 of Earth, you know, all that you have worked for, all that you have built, all that you have created, all the time, all the patience, everything that you have invested in, you know, there's this beautiful abundance, you deserve it, you know. There's this person of contentment. I'm content with who I am. I see the beauty in my becoming, and I love myself, and I accept myself, and I see the truth now. Ooh, I love that. Your reading's making me so emotional. Okay, what do we have? We have the Mushroom Spirit with Hidden Wonder. Beauty often arises from surprising places, so find the hidden wonders in your life. Is this about seeking the mystery, seeing behind the scenes, you know, but the truth, going within? And I feel like that's exactly what you've done. You've taken that time to self-nurture and to get to know yourself and your truths. And we have divine nature. Your love and wisdom help you to overcome your limitations and reach a higher level. Yeah, you are ascending. You're moving forward on the path. I mean, obviously, you are connecting to your higher self here. We have boundaries. Nurture and protect your unique qualities and guard yourself against negativity. And you had 4 of these come through. We have clear vision. Oh no, you had 5. Rise above any adversity and seek clarity as you ascend and achieve true greatness. Oh my God, I love it. All right, so with the boundaries coming out, I feel like this is, you know, you're just being asked to protect yourself, protect your energy, nurture yourself, nurture your body, nurture your energy levels, protect your peace. You know, don't go out there and, you know, which I'm sure you're not, because you've achieved a certain level of connection within your own being that you know who is somebody who's truly authentic, and where to invest your energy and where not to, when, you know, when to withdraw and when to protect yourself, and, you know, when to see beyond somebody's manipulations, or you know, I feel like you are very good at discerning. I'll put it that way. You can see clearly and you know the truth. Ooh, and you got the fire elemental with ignite change. Burn away the old and forge a new path to face the world with purpose and determination. So again, you have the fire coming through. So old versions of yourself are being purified. They're being cleansed right now. And the flames, you know, the violet flame, the who is it, Hilarion, he the ascended master, he works with a green flame, so and he helps us to purify our vessels so that we can have a stronger connection with our higher self, and he can actually be somebody that you work with to help you connect and tune into your higher self. So I love that that came through here for you guys, because there's which is why you're being asked to nurture yourself, to nurture your divine self here, to nurture that connection to your higher self even. All right, we have confidence. Woohoo! We have anger. Where do we want to put it? Let's put this over here. And caution. Okay, so for these coming through, I feel like there may be advice here to caution yourself around people who are, you know, just very aggressive, especially right now out in the world. There's a lot of people who are in fear, who may project things out into the world because of the state of the world and everything like that. So if there is anyone around you, I feel like there's caution here around being around those types of people. Protect your energy. We have the boundaries coming through here. So make sure that you are guarding yourself against people who have that lower vibration. Don't judge them. Just allow them their own process, because everybody has, you know, the right to feel the way that they feel. But you're just being asked to be cautious around those people, because there is a lot that's going on behind the scenes right now that a lot of people aren't aware of, and there's a lot of fear out in the world nowadays. So right now, just focus on yourself, protecting yourself, nurturing yourself, and allowing this beautiful energy to transform you. And this is going to take place with this card here. I have within the next couple weeks, because we have an eclipse coming up. So there's going to be something that ignites for you, something that takes off for you. And this is even a, I think this one is the ring around, you know, it's the fire horse. That's what it is, the fire horse energy. I think this may be the ring of fire eclipse. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. But with the fire coming through, that's definitely what came up into my awareness just then. So purpose for everything. Okay. We have trust your path. No matter the obstacles, follow your intuition. It will lead the way. And I feel like you have established that strong connection with yourself. You're able to trust the divine, trust where you are being led, because you have this higher vision, the hawk spirit. You're able to see clearly. You can see through the illusions. You're able to, yeah, you have this eye, you have the vision. And you're being asked to be confident in what you see, what you intuit, what you feel, what you know is the truth. We have deep reflection. It's through deep reflection, profound intuitive insights emerge. Yeah, make sure that you are nurturing that sacred space within that you have created. Nurturing that connection to your higher self. We have divine intervention. Divine intervention is at work. Your intuition is the message. Beautiful. Look at that. She's reaching her hands up to her divine self here. The divine inner child. Opening up. Divine intervention. Ooh, so things are... This is all about divine timing here, okay? And we have clarity in chaos. In chaos, your intuition brings clarity. Trust it. So I love that that came through, because we had the, you know, the chaos, the state of the world, where a lot of people are just very afraid. They're very angry, and they're very projective and reactive. So that's why you're being asked to be cautious, to use your grounded sense of self, your intuition on when to, you know, engage and when to, you know, protect your energy and pull back and withdraw, and to be more observant than to be in the world, you know, to observe, but don't physically or intentionally put yourself out there to, you know, because right now you just never know what people are going to do and how they're going to respond. And so I don't want anybody to be in fear of anything like that. It's just protecting yourself, okay? And listening to your intuition, and that know that you are always being guided. I'm so excited for you, pile number 3. I can't wait. I'd love to hear back from you all with your experience, especially during this eclipse. And yeah, thank you all for being here in the temple with me today. This is your reading. Comment below if you feel like sharing your story, or just let me know how this reading resonated with you. I'd love to have you back for future readings. And yeah, sending y'all lots of love. Take care and have a blessed day.